So I just switched from Mailerlite to ActiveCampaign. I've been using Mailerlite now for about a year and a half. I really like the program, but there's one thing it didn't do. And I mean, I got to say, Mailerlite is an awesome program, and I actually prefer Mailerlite over ActiveCampaign, except for this one feature. It's Mailerlite's just so simple, it's intuitive. When I have to log into Mailerlite, and do mind you, I have used ActiveCampaign before in the past, so it's not like this was just my first time logging into ActiveCampaign or something. I'm very familiar with ActiveCampaign. I've poked around in it multiple times over the last 7 or 8 years. But I just never really liked it. It just seemed like there was just too much going on in there for what I wanted to do, which were some fairly, I don't want to say simple, but fairly simple automations. I'm not getting too crazy with anything here. These aren't like e-commerce campaigns where it, auto-populates the search query that you just made 5 minutes ago. It's not that complicated, but largely, I'd send out some campaigns and then, another follow-up email type of thing. So fairly simple, but I think, it's within the realm of what 95% of people that are marketing are doing. So I loved Mailerlite. I still do love Mailerlite. I'm not excited about this at all. But there's, the one big reason here why I switched, and rather than hiding it from you guys, I'll just tell you, is that ActiveCampaign has site tracking. So you can place a little bit of code on your website, like a Facebook pixel code or the Google Analytics. You can put that on your code, or you can put that code on your website. Sorry, it's getting late here, 10:45, and I'm usually in bed by 10:30. I wake up pretty early. So anyways, yeah, you put the code on your website and boom, then you can track the contacts and their interactions that they have with your website. So the cool thing about that is what I want to do is I can, send out my campaigns and standard automations just delivering content, but let me minimize myself there. I don't know what that's going to look like on video, but I just made myself smaller. So I can send out my emails and my automations, yada yada, content-based emails. But the big thing is when people hit my services page on my website, I want to be able to send them an email saying, hey, not exact words, hey, how can we help you? Or, would you like a free trial of the connected contractor, etc. Something like that, short, sweet, direct response intended ad, and hitting them right when it's fresh and on their mind, which can't be any fresher than, 2 minutes after they looked at the page. So you can do that with ActiveCampaign, but you can't do that with Mailerlite. So I still really love Mailerlite. I feel like it's just simple and it just flows. Like when I log into it, I like logging into it, but when I have to log into ActiveCampaign, I'm like, kind of cringe. I'm not a big fan of ActiveCampaign in that sense, but it is, genuinely a good program. One thing, I might suggest if you're just starting out with email marketing, just start out with Mailerlite, and kind of get a feel for how email marketing works and, building out flows and automations and all that. And then from there, go into ActiveCampaign. But that's why I'm switching to ActiveCampaign. That's my 2 cents on it. Keep that in mind. I do think it's incredibly powerful if you can, set this up, and if you have a contact list, and every time they go back to your website and they're poking around at your services or whatever you're selling, you can automatically hit them with something. So I think that's incredibly powerful. So, do keep that in mind. That's my 2 cents on why I'm going to ActiveCampaign. I know I'll probably get asked, how do you, make that automation to where every time they hit that services page, they get sent an email. I'll make another video on that if I have time here. How do I end this?